are watching the Fan Club.
You're watching the Fan Club.
And you're watching the Fan Club. Do you know what time it is?
And you know what time it is.
It's time for the Fan Club. Let's go. Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher, when it morphed, I made a fake
you at any one of these cons, so thank y'all for coming out. Appreciate you.
Please welcome back to the stage the good Ranger Fight.
Yeah!
All right, you guys. Cool. I love the Ranger love. This is a real community of stuff. We say it every time. Once you join the Ranger family, you're in it.
Yes. Yes.
So very cool. Welcome to all of you guys. You all have the unique position in your series to jump into an established show already. They always cast a season, they get all the people, they do all this stuff, it's a hullabaloo. But the sixth Ranger is always joining as the outsider. No matter what it is, you're late to the game, so to speak. Justin, you being the first of the panel to have been on the show, how was it jumping in for you?
I feel like my wisdom really making sure of the age in here. Yeah, it felt really badass. No, I actually, when I auditioned for the part, I knew it was for Power Rangers, but I didn't even know that it was an actual Power Ranger. Like, I mean, for all I knew, it could have been a putty. And then I go in and I get fitted for a suit, and I'm like, so that's silver. They don't have silver. And they're like, no, you're gonna be silver, and you're the first silver. So that means I get to use the word OG.
OG Ranger right here.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about Power Rangers when it debuted in '93. I was already in high school, so I'd heard of it. Oh yeah, that kids' TV show kind of thing. So agent calls, and it was actually for Time Force the year before, Wall Force, and went in there. All right, cool, whatever. Didn't get it, obviously. And then the next year, call up. Okay, again, yeah, that kids show or whatever. Went in there, and it's the ones that you don't care about is when you get booked for the job, you know? So I was just kind of like, all right, whatever, you know? And so got the call, hey, you know, and of course I wasn't auditioning for the Lunar Wolf. They didn't tell anybody. It was prior seasons that I was reading for. And so, you know, got the job and sitting down with the writers, executive producers, and they said, you're gonna be the Lunar Wolf Ranger. And I'm like, oh cool, a wolf, you know? This is the storyline, here's the script, this is what we expect, you know, whatever, go home, make your notes, whatever, and then of course when we film, okay, you know. So I went in there, and by the end of the first week, after, you know, them watching all the dailies, the executive producer came down, and he's sitting there and he's like, what you're doing works for a 2-hour movie, but this is a kids' TV show. You need to be over the top. And I'm just like, dang it, you know, everything. I mean, because I was making it really dark and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And so I had a really hard time adjusting to that, but still, you know, kind of worked out and everything. And then, you know, there it is. What's up, bud?
Welcome. Good to have you here. I give you the love.
Hi, guys! Yeah, man, I literally the same thing. Went through the whole audition process. Got the phone call saying that I booked it. Was in school at the time. Dropped out. Parents wasn't so okay with that. They was just like, oh, you've been in New Zealand for 10 months. And I'm just like, all right, get up out of here. So ended up flying down there. I went in the middle of COVID, though. So it was a little tough for me. Once I got to the island, I was told that I was going to get on a tour bus and head to the local hotel to quarantine for 2 weeks. I get off the plane, it's military there, taking me to another plane. Guys, I'm 19 years old, I ain't never been out the country without family or anyone by myself. I'm getting on another plane, flying 2 hours up north to a place called Christchurch.
Oh yeah.
I mean down south called Christchurch, where they're known for earthquakes. Third day of quarantine, I go through an earthquake. So yeah, it was a lot. After the earthquake, of course, they flew me back to Auckland, New Zealand, and then my journey started as the Sixth Ranger. It was a little difficult for me because it's like I'm coming into an established cast already that have been working for like, you know, a month already, 2-3 weeks before I have. And it's just like seeing them have that chemistry and you just coming in like, all right, where do I add my piece?
Exactly.
Like, how can I not change a lot, but like fit in to where it's just like, okay, we're all a family now. But they made it easy for me. My cast made it easy for me to just come in, because I was the youngest. So it's like everybody always see me as that little brother. And then how my character was always, I can kind of be myself. Like the little annoying brother that your mom said you have to take everywhere you go. So that's kind of like what my character was, so I was able to do that, and that's why I was able to fit in with my cast as well. But I can't say it was difficult just joining a cast that was already established, but as all, you know, in every season, Ranger season, every team needs that sixth Ranger.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And when I got my audition, when I got to like the third or fourth round, and before they flew me out to LA to do the in-person meet and greet, I was watching this fella next to me, because I was like, what's the idea? Because it was a personality check. So they wanted to know my personality, and like, I know that I have great personality, but I'm like, okay, what are they looking for? So I was watching this guy right here series, and I seen his approach and how he became the Sixth Ranger and his debut episode and stuff. So I watched his debut episode like 6 times through my audition process to see what they were looking for. So yeah, I appreciate this guy right here, bro.
Yeah. You're watching all that.
Oh man, just be yourself. Come in with swag. You know, everybody has their statement piece. Every Sixth Ranger has their statement piece once they enter the series. So I appreciate these guys up here on the stage with me. They read out the red carpet for me, so I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man.
How about you?
He wasn't here. You'll have to ask him the question.
Exactly. For those who weren't here, yeah, that was it. Joining an established cast of already jumping in as the Sixth Ranger. When you got on set, what was it right at the beginning with them already underway?
You know,
For your starting days,
the challenge was actually having to not tell anyone.
Yeah.
Because we all got to know each other in LA, and we met Mr. Saban as well, and the whole cast got to meet each other, and it was really lovely. But then there was Morphicon where everyone got sort of introduced, and then I was in the back with Claire, who was also our purple. And we were just like in the shadows, like kind of like this, you know. No one knew we were there. And then literally like we got up and then like someone just like grabbed our seat and they're like they had no idea. So that was like sort of the vibe. But like once we got there, she was already there and I felt like I knew them, so it just felt like old buddies, like just jumping in and then like riding the current. So it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm glad that you brought that back up. The whole 8 months of not being able to say anything, like, it took me to pieces. Cause I was on TikTok at the time, and I was making videos every day, and they were just like, well, videos gonna have to stop because they can't see your location and stuff like that. So that was a tough one. So my cast got revealed in August of 2020. I couldn't say nothing until April of 2021. So I'm in New Zealand, I flew to New Zealand, I'm not being able to post anything, I'm not able to say anything. One of my castmates, Chance, like we would have group outings, and like every time a video like swoop by, I'd just be on the lookout every time. It was like we would get in trouble, like, because I wasn't supposed to be known at the time, but everybody knew.
Everybody.
Because you guys are like detectives, literally. Like he's not, like I have people on my TikTok, guys, he's not posting, I used to post 3 to 4 times a day. And it's just like, they seen that stop. And they were just like, okay, something's up. So I had like small Power Ranger fans just, typing in the comments, guys, this is the Gold Power Ranger, this is the new Gold Power Ranger. So, yeah, man, it was crazy.
What a moment.
That is a moment. Speaking of moments, I wanted to ask that the Sixth Ranger always has a huge intro episode and a big thing. But for each of the 4 of you, what would you, it doesn't have to be one specific, but what sticks out to you as a defining moment that you had with your character? Or something you're specifically proud of when you see it back?
I mean, like, literally the intro, they were like, okay, your first episode. Well, first we want to have you in horseback riding class, just to be comfortable. And then we're also going to put you in, like replica is 1200s, like, Knight's gear. And then we found this, like, waterfall location, and then we're also going to have you do a sword fight. How does that sound? I'm like, that's amazing! That's amazing! Yeah, so I loved it. Like, it was the most surreal, awesome first episode of, like, I think in my career. Yeah, like waterfall, horseback riding, like all that was really amazing. Yeah.
Man, I don't even want to talk after that because I was just sitting in a frozen tube. I just got to lay there and wiggle my fingers, and then I come out kicking some butt, throwing people, flinging them around. I'm like, okay, I'll save you guys, I guess. But hold on, I've lost my power. 1 minute. Let me come back.
That was a good storyline, though. You got some open arc there.
Yeah.
You losing powers. It was fun.
So, if you remember whenever I was wearing the Ancient Warrior outfit and everything, so I had a shoot again. I wasn't on set with the other 5 for a while until I got introduced. So, I was on Santa Clarita doing a day shoot and a night shoot. So during the day, we're on top of the hill shooting there. They're getting ready for the night shoot down below. And I knew exactly, I was running out, like smoke, light, I was just running out. It was like a slow motion kind of scene or whatever. And so I'm stretching that day because these boots that they had me wearing were so uncomfortable. I mean, it was really, really bad. And whenever I got the leather jacket, pants, leather pants, everything, I was like, yes, all right, cool. Anyway, so I'm stretching all day, and then finally, dark, and so we go down and we're shooting, and the director was a Japanese director that did not speak English, so he had a translator with him. And so the very first scene coming out, I'm sprinting out, I pull both of my quads. Yes, and I mean, I was in pain, but they spent all day setting up that shoot, and I didn't want to say anything, to cancel it. Take 2, take 3, take 4, take 5, I'm coming. So by probably take 8 or 9, the translator comes out and he says, he says, you don't have to run so fast, we can edit that. And I'm like, where were you on take 2, man? And thankfully we had hiatus for about 2 weeks, so I was on the couch and soaking that, and I was ready to go after that. But yeah, that's a favorite moment of the beginning of my character.
You weren't even with your cast most of the time, though, right?
No.
Only you and Anne-Marie, basically.
Yes.
Most of your scenes. Yeah.
At the very beginning, for the first few months, I was on second unit while they were on first, or it was vice versa. And then kind of mid-season, we started, kind of having more scenes together, so
For all of you guys, there comes a lot of different things that happen, insecurities, things of that sort along the way as you do your life, as you go through things. Is there anything on the show that happened that you wish you could change at this point? Whether it be something you acted, a way that you did, or a scene that you would even rewrite because you didn't like the way it sat?
Well, after watching it, I've always been a person in my life, so I never settle for comfortable. And it's just we were watching, it's just I'm always be hard on myself. It's I could have done that better, I could have done that better. But I just have to learn that at the time I put my best foot forward of what I did and just have to live with it because it's on television already. Nothing you can really do, but I've always been a person to be hard on myself, so of course I just look at it like, dang, I wish I would have done that better. Or I wish I would have filmed that better. I should have did this, I should have did that, but we live and we learn and just keep pushing forward.
Yeah. Bet all the fans are happy you did it the way you did it, right?
yeah, I mean, I just wish I was more in shape, I guess. Because they asked me in my audition, do you work out? Yeah, man, of course, go home, drink a couple beers or whatever. But I do wish I was a little bit more bulked up for that role. It kind of happened so quick, but, and then again, they made me tone it down. I wish I could have gone to what I really wanted to do. But at the end of the day, here we are, here I am 23 years later, and it's the most amazing journey I've ever done in my life, and getting to see you guys. And so there's nothing to be upset about, be happy, be humble about it, and here we go.
Here we go.
Got an answer. I like that.
Yeah, I think as actors, it's so easy to be so critical of yourself when you go on screen. You're first it's not even, before the acting even starts, you're nitpicking, why am I standing like that, or walking like that, or why am I looking, is that really what I look like from that angle? All this stuff, and then your acting choices, and that. So it was really nuts that Sir Ivan was literally one of the only roles where I was like, oh yeah, that's great. and I loved him. And I think it's partially just because it's a character part. So in other words, it's so easy to criticize or critique when it's something close to self. You know, because it's like you're looking in the mirror. But then when you're like playing, when you're doing a voice and you're like walking a certain way, you know, I feel like you're putting on a mask. And so when you look at the mask, it's not really you. So then you're really able to just be like, okay, we're storytelling here, and that's what it really should be about. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there was one little thing I would have changed. It was whenever I said "Let's rock it," it wouldn't have been "Let's rock it." It sounds so weird when you hear yourself on there.
Oh yeah.
I think there's one other thing I would have changed. I probably would have tried to get a little closer to all of the writers, because one of the biggest questions is, how come you come back to the next season? I mean, literally all I can say is they didn't write me in.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we would have been buddies, maybe I could have said, put me in the next scene or something, like, you know,
Just a
help me
cameo,
out.
if nothing else.
Yeah.
On your, Justin, still for you were in the season that had one of the more memorable finales. Every series has one, but Power Rangers in Space was kind of a final into that whole chapter of Power Rangers up to that point. Could you talk a little bit about that day in what we would call the finale scene, I suppose? Everyone outside, the Rangers reveal their identities to this huge crowd. And was that the actual last day of shooting? Or did...
Like when Bulk in school said,
Yeah.
I'm a ranger, no, I'm a ranger. And then everybody speaks up and they're all rangers and they don't know who to go after because they're all rangers, yeah. That was a big moment. That was the Countdown to Destruction, so the final episode that was shot downtown Los Angeles. I mean, I was new to California at the time, so I didn't really feel like I was an actor until that moment. And then you're downtown, the lights are off, the streets are shut down. My dad was in town, so I was like, wow. This is a real deal. Like, what can I do now? Because this is over, and I'm gonna cry and go look for another job. That's the bad part about acting is once that job's over, guess what? You're unemployed. You're right back.
No matter how good or bad you are, that show's only X amount of episodes.
That's right. So I mean, if I would have been nice to the writers, they would have wrote me in, and I could have stayed and more seen more.
Yeah. All right, I know that some of you probably have a few questions. We've got time for a handful of audience questions. How about you, Ben Tennyson, right there? Shout out if you could, because I don't want to go down there.
This is a question for all you guys. I love Silver Rangers especially. How do you guys feel that you got the most badass suits of your entire season?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I mean, the leather jacket, leather pants, everything. I mean, it was awesome. And I kind of felt bad for the others because they just had those vests and blue jeans or whatever. And here I am just swagged out rock and roll style and everything. Except when we shot in the desert. And one day, because it was so hot and passed out. Just dropped right down, yeah. And but other than that, yeah, it was great having that. So.
Black Ranger.
Did y'all get to keep anything from your season?
10 articles of clothing, choose what you want, and it could be from anyone's closet. So like I was picking Olive Chase's because he had the coolest stuff.
Yeah, I kind of kept some of my stuff because the writers, I got what you were saying, I got close to the writers to where it's like they kind of looked at my social media and seen my type of style. So Ion had the Nike Techs and the upscale kind of clothing because that's what Ion rocks. So I had to take something on. They let us pick 10 items, like you said. Did not let us take anything from Cosmic, but down up here we got the opportunity to take a suit and some clothing. So.
That's ridiculous. Wait, like a suit? Like the Ranger suit?
Yeah.
You have a Ranger suit?
Yeah.
Is it like hanging in your closet or on display?
It's in his backpack so he keeps it safe.
It's actually, I just can go more for a quick and come back and need a full suit. No, but yeah.
I'll stay here, go.
Yeah, I have my suit, bro.
Yeah, they were meeting with us. They're like, yo, you can't pull a JDF and you stealing stuff out of here. We're gonna keep a sheet every time you walk on what you don't have, when you walk off what you don't have, and you don't get anything. So when they ask me what I've got, somehow or another I made off with a necklace that I lost. My scripts, which obviously you get to keep, and then the last day the second AD said, is there anything that you want? And why would I have not taken a suit? I took my chair that I sat in. She's like, well then go over there and get it. So I was driving a little Dodge Dakota pickup and I just ran over there, grabbed my chair and threw it in the back of the truck like nobody saw me. No. But I still have the chair. And then I got the shirt that Estrada blew me up in, but I got the version that's not shredded and broken.
No.
Yeah.
Do you still wear it?
Do I still wear it? Yeah, it still fits. I mean, I had to go through cancer to lose some weight, but it still fits.
Yeah, same here. They were very picky. Did not let us keep the suit. Thankfully, they let me keep the leather jacket, leather pants, and the shoes. But I remember Jack Guzman and I, if we joke with each other, if we knew then what we know now, because we were worried about getting blacklisted or something like that, getting caught, blacklisted or whatever. But Jessica Ray just went in there and grabbed her suit off with it, and she'll wear it to shows.
She wears it?
Yeah, she'll wear them at shows and stuff. And then Jack and I are like, man, we should have just done it or whatever. But yeah, they were really, really picky what they let us keep. So, but yeah.
Yeah, so we kept Dino Fury, but Cosmic Fury, you know, you guys, they auctioned it off and stuff, so we weren't able to keep those, but
I'd say the coolest thing that we all kept that you guys don't get is the memories.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one thing I can't share with you is memories.
All right, my question is for Jordan. Since Dino Fury is now technically the first Power Ranger team in the main timeline, how does it feel to be the very first Sixth Ranger before Tommy Oliver?
When you put it that way.
That's deep. You feel like a god.
Yeah, man. No, but I'll say just like ending the series as the Sixth Ranger is more important than anything. You know, he started it. These guys kept it floating. And then for me to just like, well, I'm not telling what the series is going to be now, but in my era of things, yeah, it's an honor, first of all, to be a part of the Sixth Ranger team. So just truly best, and you know me, I'm always remain humble, so it's an honor.
So my question is for Justin. What was it like when you learned about what was your reaction to learning that you got to be evil for a couple lines with the whole Psycho Silver bit?
You know, it's actually more fun to wear the Psycho suit than it was the actual Ranger suit. Part of that is the spandex feels a little revealing for somebody like myself. And then when I got the Psycho suit, you know, there's a big thing that goes around your midsection, and I just called it a diaper, because you know, they wrap around and you Velcro the sides of it. Yeah, it's a diaper. So you just feel a lot more powerful when you got a whole lot of cool stuff on, right? But that Psycho suit, that's pretty hard to move in, so the guy that did all the stunts in it, kudos to that dude.
Thank you.
My question is for Dino Fury.
That's Bill Ricardo.
How was it like playing two roles for a little while?
Oh yeah, because there was an episode where Sarivan meets his descendant. So, and I played both people.
Sinners.
Yes, exactly.
Because
They do it with their cousins. And we did it with a tennis ball, and it was really cool. Yeah, so like they put like a C-stand, which is just like a metal like pole with like a tennis ball, and then one of the crew members were just like reading the lines. And that was kind of like a first, you know? But then it was also a character part. He also had like a certain swag, and like his voice was completely different. So it was cool to be like two different people. And I thought it did well. It totally looked like we were there together. It was really fun.
well, if you guys don't know, Power Rangers, you do a lot of acting at tennis balls and stuff. So yeah.
Tennis balls?
Did you have like, so we had, in my season, we had like Morphin Masters and stuff. So when we're talking to them, guys, we're acting at a tennis ball. Like, we're gotta get full left from here at this little lime green tennis ball. So that's why when you had brought up that, it's just like, yeah, sometimes that's what we have to act for. It's not, we don't have a human in front of us to feed off of every time. So yeah, just have to add that little 2 cents.
Yeah, this question is for Philip and Justin, Jordan. Sorry, Duffy.
Yes. Wait, what? Can we just go down the line?
Comments. So, How did you guys, because each one of your seasons, you all got the news, and it officially happened with Jordan. It's like you were the ones who got the news that this is going to be the end of the Power Rangers. Like, Justin, you were going to be, Space was going to be the final season, and Wild Force was supposedly going to be the final season, and Cosmic Fury ended up being the final season. So how did it feel for you guys when you officially got that news, like saying this is going to be the end?
Well, for me, we got blessed and lucky to keep it going after 2 seasons. So normally when we first booked the show, it was just like, hey, you guys going 2 seasons and you're done. So it's kind of like going into that 3rd season, it was just like, okay, like this is cool, we get to keep on rolling. So it really didn't hit as hard as, you know, it probably did for these 2 fellas here, because we already was lucky to do another season. So yes, I feel like it could have ended better in a sense of longer, because I feel like everything was rushed for Cosmic Fury. Because we were thinking we was going back to do, of course, not 2 full seasons, because that would have been a lot. As far as the storyline, I feel like 20 episodes would have been okay. 1 season, 20 episodes would have been a perfect way to end off Cosmic Fury. And of course, I don't want a legendary franchise as Power Rangers to end. I mean, they've been doing well all these years. You know, of course, anything is going to have its ups and downs if you've been around for 30 years. So I just feel like a goated franchise as Power Rangers should just keep on continuing. And, you know, like my season, we didn't have a crossover. I would have loved to work with these guys. You know what I mean? And of course, it's because of natural disaster like COVID. But I would love to do something with these guys. You know, one day.
Be awesome.
You guys had David Yost?
Yeah, we had Davey Yost in Cosmic Fury as well, because he was already over there. They filmed a reunion episode right before we did, so we was able to cahoot with those guys. But again, it was an honor working with David. Once we loosened him up, he was a little to himself at first, and then when you're around younger people, you know, we want to make them young, so loosen them up. So by the end of Cosmic Fury, we had David telling jokes and doing different things. So, you know, we're going to cherish it. You know? So what?
Did you learn the lingo?
The lingo, most definitely. Most definitely. So, yeah, great question.
Yeah, we saw the transition from Disney buying it from Saban. So, you know, it started on Fox, and by mid-season, it was on ABC.
Do you have to leave, Jordan? We're having a conversation right over here. I'm so sorry.
You could. But yeah, we knew everybody was, like all the executive producers, everybody working. We knew that everybody, they were all fired. They were moving on. We didn't know the extent of like moving to New Zealand or whatever. But,
Don't mind me.
what are you doing over there? So yeah, I had no idea it was being moved to New Zealand. We just knew that the show was coming to an end, and I just went about and just kept going. And then of course later on figured out that it was you know, going on, and you know, so yeah.
I have arrived!
I think that was perfect timing. Because look, I have a photo out, and look at this special guy right here.
I came to take your spot.
One for you. Look at that taxi and tap
It's
out.
always the beast mode for bullying us, man.
Give it up for Jordan Fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you guys.
And of course, Abraham Rodriguez. Welcome to the party.
Hey!
Let's go square.
Be safe. All right.
Wait, that's mine.
Yeah, I'll just take a scoop in there.
Get in the backpack, JDM stuff. Where were we? Were we doing something? Whoa, that carried.
So I just wanted to ask, out of every episode in your respective season, which was your personal favorite?
Which episode?
Which episode is your personal favorite?
For all of you. This was a question for all of you, sorry.
The musical episode of my season was by far my favorite. I grew up loving High School Musical. It's what made me want to be an actor. And so when I found out that we were doing a musical episode and it was focused on my character, I thought it was crazy. And then, the theme song is very, very close to "We're all in this together." which I thought was just so crazy. So yeah, that was really fun. They've also never done that in Power Rangers before, so I thought that was very special. I got to dance and sing and wear cool outfits, and yeah.
Life is good.
Life is good. My High School Musical dream come true.
Awesome. That's nice.
Favorite episode, Countdown to Destruction. Yeah, I mean, we smoked Zordon. What better can it get?
Andrews smoked Zordon. Yeah, I guess it was Andrews. You know, he wouldn't be there if I wasn't helping, so.
Mine was for Wild Force, the end of Power Rangers Part 2. We shot downtown LA at the Ambassador Hotel, which is historic because that's where Robert F. Kennedy was assassinated, at that hotel there. It was a night shoot, it was really cold. We had the rain machine, so we were all freezing, but we actually went to the kitchen right at the spot where it all happened. And, you know, it just, and then all of us knowing that, I mean, in a matter of days, that's it. We're no more, we're done with the season. And so you know, I remember us all like 2 in the morning freezing, and just, we were all huddled around, you know, each other, and just, you know, it's that bond that just can't be broken. And so that was my favorite right there.
Bonds that can't be broken. We literally had a friendship episode because like the monster was going to like cut our ribbons of friendship. So they're like, all right, so we need to establish your guys' friendship. So today's shoot is literally gonna be putting you guys in a Jeep. We're gonna drive you up to the top of like a sand dune, and then you're just gonna boogie board down with like drones and stuff. And then when you get to the bottom, we're just gonna get you back up, and then you just keep boogie boarding, and then we're just gonna get you guys like screaming and stuff. So I was like, this is the best episode.
You got paid to go
boogie that.
I don't even like you anymore.
That was really fun.
Hi, my question is for Bill Banger. So, you came...
Sorry.
Sorry about that. So, when you first came into your season, you had the role of being Zanaku. So, what did you think, or how did you feel about basically like being evil to becoming good, as the classic Six Ranger trope is?
Oh man, it was awesome. I mean, I wasn't really there for a lot of the filming because I never wore the suit. I just knew it from the script. So I think there was only twice at the very end, but there was one night shoot where the Japanese stunt double that was in the suit did not speak English. So he was delivering his lines in Japanese, and I had to like, you know, be right on point and go right back on that, and that was interesting. But to have be able to play both characters, you know, good and bad, ancient warrior, 3,000 years, then come to present day, and then having the bad attitude ranger who didn't want to hang out with the other ones unless the bugs were attacking or whatever. It was really cool. So, you know, I could have 2 helmets at my table. So it's awesome, yeah, absolutely.
Good question.
As we walk the mic over, guys, is there anything that you would, looking back on this career, tell yourselves the day before you started shooting, do this differently, or take this note? What would you tell yourself right before you stepped on the set for the first time?
Go find a phone that takes cameras so that you can record everything. I didn't have a phone back then that could take pictures. When I first went to LA, I had to go get a pager. Yeah. So that would have been nice if I would have had a phone to be able to take some pictures and then tell myself at the end of this, still everything you can.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Literally, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Looking back on your seasons, y'all all did phenomenal jobs.
Thank
and
you.
I watched every single one of your seasons at least twice. How do you feel your season has aged since looking back?
Oh, it's aged a lot better than I have. But, I mean, you know, the Silver Ranger's coming out naturally now.
That's funny.
None of y'all really
Silver
aged
Fox
too.
Ranger.
Yeah, Power Rangers don't age the same, do they? It's the blood we're given on the set, because we're kind of like vampires.
You know, I think we did something right because, you know, now the people that were watching it in our years, they're parents now, and they have their kids, and they're passing that down to, you know, a generation and having their kids watch it, and the kids love it. They come up, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So, you know, it looks like it's aged, you know, like fine wine really well, you know, because everybody's still receptive to it. So it's great, yeah.
Big and animated and like just goofy and screaming and running around the lab was a lot of fun. And yeah, just getting to dress up in Halloween stuff. I guess funny background, or maybe not so funny, but maybe funny now because I've healed. Growing up, I never celebrated Halloween. It was against my religion. I never got to do it like in school. Like if there was like literally like Halloween cartoons on like a crossword puzzle, I would have to tell the teacher that I couldn't do it, and I would get assigned like something else. So then getting to then go on the show and do something Halloween-esque was really cool and like a childhood fulfilling moment. So yeah, made it extra special.
It's really cool. Yeah, absolutely.
This one's for each of you.
You can tell it's Sunday because everyone would clap for those answers. But like, thumbs up.
Considering that you were all either gold or silver, what color would you personally have chosen other than those colors for your season and character?
Red. Yeah, because I grew up on Mighty Morphin, and like Austin's Red was like so impactful growing up. But then even in the actual final round, it was me, Brennan, and a couple of others who knows who they were. And I was going out for red and gold, actually. But I'm really happy with gold.
Yeah, I like shiny stuff, so I'm sticking with silver. The bling.
Oh man. Well, I kind of like the blue and silver already. I mean, if I was still a Dallas Cowboys fan, which sadly I'm not anymore, I got tired of them. Man, that is a great question, honestly, because, you know, I've gotten asked a question like, you know, if you weren't the Lou or Wolf Ranger, what Ranger would you be? And the answer to that is Sasquatch Ranger. You know, Bigfoot, so, you know, maybe like a little, you know, light brown with some black and then throw in some like yellow eyes like Zanaku or something like that. So yeah, there we go.
I can totally see you as a purple Wolf Ranger.
Purple? Yeah. We can go with Prince, I like that, yeah, absolutely.
I used to think rainbow just because I thought, well, if I was rainbow, I'd get all the powers. You know, I get their power, but...
I really like gold. I wouldn't change it for anything. I think it's really special to be gold, be different. 24 karat, baby. But also the Pink Ranger, being the first male Pink Ranger, I think would be just iconic. Hot pink. Yeah.
How you doing? My question is for Daniel Charles.
Yes, sir.
In a series of 10 Rangers, how is it like, how can you stand out and like make yourself important? Or like, not important, but like stand out rather than everybody to take you around?
It felt like in Dino Charge, the characters were so specific and unique that all we had to do was just tell the story of the characters, you know? Like, we had between Coda, which was, you know, a caveman, and Sir Ivan being a knight, like, I would just have to open my mouth and all of a sudden we were there, you know? So I think that's, sometimes you just have to go with the story and then allow it to take care of you, and that's really what it felt like.
Thank you, Don, for walking around with the microphone. Clearly, I've been doing my job.
Well, I think one of the cool things about the very first OG Jason Frank is that he had a cool vest or armor thing or whatever. You guys ever wish that there was a crossover with you guys that you guys could wear like something that's like armor-esque? Because again, like with Justin, you were the first one that didn't have like anything. You were just plain.
Yeah, so I can kind of like say I got to whenever I put on the Psycho suit, because, you know, there was a lot of stuff with the Psycho suit. I kind of got a little bit of both on that. So yeah.
I feel like you guys should have got like a super, like a very distinctive super motion. I feel like that's, if Jason Frank had a crossover with you guys, you should let it pass on to you guys, especially the gold ones.
Yeah, Beast Morphers had some armor. I think correct me if I'm wrong, the only cast that had leather suits.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot thicker. My character personally had a lot of, just pieces and parts and all the things, all the knickknacks.
I literally wore real chainmail, so I had all the armor I needed.
Anyone else? Oh, there's one up in the front. That's cool. We've got about 10 more minutes, so we're doing okay on time. So everything's been going well today. I like that. Everybody's getting that question answered.
I've asked other questions, like what was your favorite episode to work on? Now I want to try a different question. What episode did you hate working on?
That's not bad. That's not bad.
This is for all of you, by the way.
You know, we had one director that first, I think he had literally just got off a World War I documentary narrative, like a narrative that was very specific. So I think he was just in this framework of vision and specificity. And he literally took that approach for his World War I movie to Power Rangers. And that translated to just demanding, okay, so we have a Steadicam operator who's floating in with the camera, and then these two Rangers walk in, and then that one comes down there, and you say your line there. And he just needed it to be that way. So it was 20 takes in. And we were like, where is this going? And oh yeah, and the best part was, he would say, one more. And we're like, it's not gonna be one more, and he said it 19 times. Yeah, so I think that was, but only because of that experience of needing to do something so many times, when I felt like it was just fine and lovely. But hey, he had a vision. So.
Episode I didn't like was the one I wasn't in. Yeah, once they went to the next season, I wasn't in there. That was my least favorite.
Yeah, why weren't you in the 10th Power? He wasn't with the writers.
Just the writers. If the writers don't write me in, I was thinking if I would have, bonded a little better with the writers, maybe they could have put me in something else, but it didn't work out for me, so I have to accept what I was given and be happy about it.
That's a good answer, though.
Yeah.
Question is for Justin.
Right here. Sorry, Phil.
So after the last episode of Power Rangers in Space, what is Zane and Astronomon up to 2 years later?
With my imagination?
Yeah.
Not dark panel type of answer, just normal. I would say that, I'm old and gray-headed, and I've probably got grandkids, and I'm a master teaching of how to go and do all of the things that need to be done as a Power Ranger, specifically Silver and, Sixth. Yeah, we'd fly all around the galaxy, the world, every other place out there. We'd just be taking care of things.
No, it's cool.
You get to hear your answer on what your least favorite episode was.
Oh, we're back to your least favorite
episode. My least favorite episode.
We didn't hear your answer.
That's cool.
I would probably say Forever Red because it's one of the best episodes ever, and I was not written in that episode. However, I got 2 weeks paid vacation because I just kind of chilled for 2 weeks while they were filming that. But if I had known then what I know now, how important that was, I would have gone to the set to meet JDF, because sadly I never got to meet him. And I would have gone there to watch them film that whole thing. But at the time, again, I didn't realize how big Power Rangers was. I was just going there, shooting, and then going home or doing whatever. So, yeah, Forever Red, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you, bud.
Alright, so let me ask a question. You can still be silver, gold, but which other season would you want to be on as silver or gold?
Everybody loves MMPR, so it would definitely be MMPR. They've got all the toys, they've got all the recognition, everybody knows them. So if I was gonna be on one, it'd probably be first, it would be MMPR, then In Space, and then the final.
And the MMPR is always the answer we get on every
Yeah.
panel we do. Always MMPR, and it's always red or green ranger.
Right.
Yeah, Super Mega Force, when they had everybody show up and everything. So they contacted me and there was a contract out, I signed it, they were gonna fly me down to New Zealand for a cameo. And then for whatever reason, I don't know if some were, you know, bitching about contract costs, whatever, something like that. It became a huge big deal, and then the email came and said, hey, sorry, because of certain issues, we can't bring you down, along with other people. They only brought a few. So it was just the Japanese footage of me in the spandex suit. And I was looking so forward to going down to New Zealand, seeing that, going on a tour, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So that, yeah, there you go.
That's crazy. The whole experience was finished after the end of season 2, and so when I got a call 4 years later to come back to set and join these guys over here and Beast Morphers, I was so grateful, and it was so nuts to like put the suit back on and do the thing. So that was really a pleasure.
RPM for me. RPM's cool.
We got time for one more question. This will be our last question right there. I'm not cutting you in favors from everyone.
Most of you guys have had crossover episodes, whether you came back in a later season or had older Power Rangers come to your season. My question is, who were some of your favorite people to work with in crossover episodes?
Oh God. Yeah, definitely. Sadly, we didn't get to do a crossover with Ninja Storm because that's when they moved it to New Zealand. We were the last year to shoot in LA. But working with Time Force was just amazing. We got to learn from their experiences the year before. They gave us tips and everything. Vernon Wells, you know, played Rancic, just an amazing, awesome guy, like in real life, just so super awesome. And just getting to know all of them, it was a pleasure. It was great, you know, it was a good experience. So yeah.
I didn't get to do a crossover with other Power Rangers. One of the crossovers for In Space was with the Ninja Turtles, and that was actually before I came in. So I would say when I came back later as the character, it wasn't me. So I can't even really speak for that part. But yeah, we did the Ninja Turtles instead of Ninja Storm.
Obviously iconic that Austin St. John came into my season. Funny little story, I didn't know who Austin St. John was. That he is the original Red Ranger. I didn't watch the show growing up, so when the returning cast, including Dobby, we all had a dinner with the producer, and it was for us to meet each other for the first time. And I went around the table asking everyone, you know, their name, what color they are, what season they're from. And then I get to the cast driver, not knowing that she was the cast driver, so I assumed she was a part of the show. So I asked, you know, like, oh, who are you? You know, what color? She's like, oh, no, I'm not an actor, I'm just here assisting the cast. And then sitting next to her was Austin St. John, so I assumed he was also a cast driver assisting the cast. And I asked him, like, oh, hey, like, you know, who are you? And he, very straight, just goes, I'm the original Red Ranger. And my heart dropped. I was like, well, fuck, oh, now we have to come together, and he hates me now, and I disrespected him and the entire franchise. And then I tried to make up for it. I was like, oh my God, I'm gold, like, you know, nice to meet you. But he's the most amazing guy. I had a great experience with him. Yeah, super awesome.
I did the same thing.
I've
never been in a cast car with anyone other than like a fellow Ranger, so we all look like, you know, 18 to 27, 6, whatever. So then, like, Austin being there, I literally thought, like, oh wow, they're picking up crew today. And so he was telling like some story, and I was like, first of all, walking into just the car and being like, oh, hey, and then just sitting down, and he's just like talking to the cast driver and telling a story, and I'm like, oh, Austin! Yeah, we also made up. We did jujitsu by the end of the day. It was cool, but like that was really embarrassing.
First time you meet Austin, you're like, hey, will you go get me a coffee?
Yeah!
Oh my gosh.
Somebody's dad is here, yeah.
Guys, I'm afraid we are out of time, so please give it up for these amazing Power Rangers. The power of silver and gold.
I want want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members, Salima Ramirez, Thomas Franco, Roderick Ham, and the Gamer TV Silent Gameplay. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that share button, and if you can, please sign up to be a member today. We have 3 membership power-ups. We have the Gold Ranger power-up, the most popular. You get into our exclusive fan club chat group. We have fan exclusive videos that we are adding monthly now, and you get a video shout out. Yes, folks, at the end of our videos, I will shout out your name. We also have the Quantum Ranger power up where you get monthly meetings online with me. Yes, folks, we will talk once a month on Zoom, and you can give me your ideas for future episodes. And then we have a professional package, the Dr. K Power Up. That is for businesses that want to tap into the platform. If you guys can, please sign up to be a member today. It is highly appreciated, and it helps us keep these videos going. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.